I want to gas my car. Bitch, don't ever make it seem like that. I'm talking too long. Don't
act like an adult.
You are fucking ass, bitch.
Ow! See, she just hit me. You told me. You told me you weren't having sex with anyone.
Keep it up.
Obviously.
Keep it up.
Obviously.
Keep it up.
You lied.
Keep it up.
You lied.
Fuck you up and you know that. I will fuck you up and you know that. $5. We had a conversation. You agreed and you said yes. I will give you the money for your. You said, what do you want the money for? I said I want it for weed and I want it for gas for my car. Bitch, don't ever make it seem like that. I'm talking too long. Don't.
She just beat me in the back of the head.
Did. Because literally, I was minding my business. I was having a good night. You wanted to start on that bullshit.
I didn't do anything, Day. You were the one who made the call to that dude.
Now I'm on it. Oh, I made the call.
Or he called you.
I made the call.
He called you. You shouldn't have answered.
I made the call.
You called him back.
Who answered?
You did.
Who?
Not me.
Put it on what?
Dave, my back of my head's fucked up.
I'll check my car records right now. Now what?
Dave,
now what?
Back of my head is fucked up.
I'm tired of you, bitch.
Jesus.
I did nothing but try to show love.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't do nothing but do, like, what?
Yeah. You by beating me up and attacking me.
Fuck you, bitch.
Well, it's on the back of my head now.
Bitch.
It's on the back.
Bitch.
This is not okay.
Bitch. So now I want to gas my car. Bitch, don't ever make it seem like that. I'm talking too long. Don't
act like an adult.
You are fucking ass, bitch.
Ow! See, she just hit me. You told me. You told me you weren't having sex with anyone.
Keep it up.
Obviously.
Keep it up.
Obviously.
Keep it up.
You lied.
Keep it up.
You lied.
Fuck you up and you know that. I will fuck you up and you know that. $5. We had a conversation. You agreed and you said yes. I will give you the money for your. You said, what do you want the money for? I said I want it for weed and I want it for gas for my car. Bitch, don't ever make it seem like that. I'm talking too long. Don't.
She just beat me in the back of the head.
Did. Because literally, I was minding my business. I was having a good night. You wanted to start on that bullshit.
I didn't do anything, Day. You were the one who made the call to that dude.
Now I'm on it. Oh, I made the call.
Or he called you.
I made the call.
He called you. You shouldn't have answered.
I made the call.
You called him back.
Who answered?
You did.
Who?
Not me.
Put it on what?
Dave, my back of my head's fucked up.
I'll check my car records right now. Now what?
Dave,
now what?
Back of my head is fucked up.
I'm tired of you, bitch.
Jesus.
I did nothing but try to show love.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't do nothing but do, like, what?
Yeah. You by beating me up and attacking me.
Fuck you, bitch.
Well, it's on the back of my head now.
Bitch.
It's on the back.
Bitch.
This is not okay.
Bitch. So now
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashai, Ba'ashem, Rakwah, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim, Wa'akwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Shalom to the speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharah. I keep on forgetting, but yes, basically, you see this video. This is a very, very crazy video. I'm not gonna lie. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't even notice the dates. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Basically, what happened here is that many different days, you know, this Edomite dude he got with this Eve, and apparently she is treating him like absolute shit. Like, that is unbelievable. All right, I cannot believe that this stuff happened. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know that this happened like this, in the sense of like, because I always thought that whenever Eve got with Esau, I always thought that they would just behave or whatever, quote unquote behave or whatever and stuff like that. But I didn't know that, you know, they do stuff like this to them as well, which, you know, I'm not gonna lie, no offense to, because I don't know if this guy's a Jake or not. So I'm making the assumption as of right now that he is an Edomite. All right, but I'm not gonna talk as if he is definitively an Edomite. So basically, the thing is with this, I think it's like, okay, well, this type of, I always thought that, okay, well, it's only Jake that has to go through this stuff, but very clearly, actually, as a matter of fact, let me get this to kind of further my the thing. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Basically, the Lord is translating these curses from us onto our enemies instead of letting us, you know, go through all that stuff by ourselves. It's just like, okay, so now Esau has to handle it. Esau has to face it. Esau is dealing with it now. Oh, this is Esau's problem now. It's not our problem and whatnot. So as a result of that, you know, I just thought like, okay, well, damn, that's crazy. That's something that is apparently happening. All right, but you know, that's really why the thing about this is that it's not necessarily funny. All right, the thing about this is just that for us, you know, the Lord is merciful in the sense that, you know, he not merciful, Slakia. Yeah, well, merciful in the sense that he's finally allowing the issues and troubles to move away from us and to go on to our enemies. All right, that's number one. And number two, just like, you know, in general, like this type of behavior, well, not in terms of mercy, but just in general. Well, I guess mercy you can kind of manipulate the wording of it, I guess. But the main thing is just how, you know, finally, you know, we're not crazy for pointing this type of stuff out, because, you know, the thing about this is that, you know, Jake knows how wicked Eve can be. So, and you heard just from listening to their conversation, you heard what little we could glean from that. So she's over here sleeping with other men behind his, well, I guess not even just behind his back, but in front of him as well, or whatever the details are. But very clearly she is not respecting him. She's hitting him. She's actively hurting, like genuinely hurting him. This dude is recording, trying to show proof that, hey, this woman is crazy. And I don't know why he's still with her after that. But the thing is just how like this type of behavior is definitely unacceptable. And, you know, Jake has been saying how Eve is so problematic, but yet you have the so-called black woman saying, oh, why are you guys always being disrespectful to black women? Your mama's black, you're this, that, and third, and whatnot, rather than actively addressing this type of behavior and calling this type of behavior out. Oh, but when an Edomite does it, okay, well, now everyone's gonna say, oh, we see like this woman was so terrible, this woman was this woman was that. And I'm not saying that that's what was said in the thing, but because I didn't see the comments and stuff like that. But you know, basically based off of the trend that we normally see, you know, it's always justify Esau. It's always, oh, Esau, always Esau. Esau's the victim. Esau's this, that, and the third, and whatever. Rather than look at what Jake has been having to deal with for so long. All right, like there's never any sympathy for us, even though we've been, you know, saying this type of stuff, pointing this stuff out. But, you know, when Esau talks about it, then okay, well, everyone's listening. Oh, we're listening now. Now we see the issue. Oh, now we need to do all this stuff. All right. Next, Jeremiah 30, verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Okay, so we see you know, men going through certain stuff, and, you know, that's the thing. That's the sad thing about this. And I'm not condoning, you know, beating a woman, beating your wife and whatnot. But at the same time, this goes to show. This is a perfect example that goes to show, like, if you, as a result of how society is, if society didn't reward the woman for just trying to destroy her husband and whatnot, then this type of behavior would not happen. Number two, if the what's it called, the police, the authorities were more fair and didn't just favor the woman when it comes to judgment, then again, this type of stuff would not happen. Because the thing is that when it comes to domestic violence, the women are always get away with stuff, or the women are always seen as the victims, even when they are the perpetrators of whatever thing that happens. It's always this woman is a victim of this guy's abuse, or he's this, he's doing that and the third, whatever. And just like with that whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing, where it took video evidence that he was constantly in fear of his life and how crazy she was, all right, until people saw and see, okay, this bitch is wrong, this bitch is crazy, this bitch is whatever, all right. It's never innocent until proven guilty. It's only what we are just going to believe the woman, we're going to believe this, all right. Which, by the way, reminded me of this one woman, this one chick, Pokimane, famous Twitch streamer, who was basically tweeting "believe all victims" and whatnot. All right, so it's like, okay, that's pretty funny. But anyway, the main thing is just how people, they say, "Oh, believe victims." Oh, women are oftentimes abused and stuff like that. Well, that's not that. That may be true that women are abused, and I definitely can see that a woman would be abused. But we're forgetting that in this society, like, if all it takes, and even then, women are still definitely abused. I'm not dismissing that, but at the same time, like, we're just disqualifying everything. And Saki, that's another thing. I just want to say, I've noticed that when whoever is the aggressor, whoever is actually the one that's at fault, if it's a man beating a woman, then the man usually gets away. And I've literally seen that happen, where a man was beating his wife, all right, and the wife called the police. The police didn't do jack shit. Another time, obviously, when the man calls the police on the woman, only through miracle of him recording it, all right, being able to record it on time, all right, that is when the woman, and even then, I don't even know the success rate of that, but even then, sometimes when the men do sometimes not get away with it, but the woman doesn't get away with it. That's what I meant to say, Slakia. And then other times, the man is still, because look at this guy, he's been recording it. I don't know why isn't he calling the cops, or if he did call the cops, and then maybe the cops just said, oh well, we're just going to leave this at this, or whatever, domestic dispute, we can't get involved, whatever, and stuff like that. And then he's still over here suffering and stuff like that. Like, this is how the society runs, where the perpetrator, the person who starts the conflict, the person who's actually at fault, oftentimes gets away with it. And I know it sounds weird, because I'm not saying this in defense of men or women. I'm just saying in general, like, that's how fucked up this society is, where the person, if you start something and then someone else retaliates, then the person that retaliates is usually given the short end of the stick. All right, it's pretty sad. All right. Anyway, yeah. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. So basically, for this, it's not necessarily in regards to that, but I did want to get it because this is in regards to when trouble comes. Then that's when these women are going to start acting right. All right, this is unacceptable behavior, and when Jacob's trouble comes, all these women that were treating these men badly, they can go suffer in a corner for all I care and for all these other men care for, because all this chivalry stuff, that chivalry is going to be gunned down like a freaking, I don't know a metaphor, but that chivalry shit is going to go out the fucking window. Like, all the men, all right, they're not going to give a damn about these women, because especially, like, especially if you know especially if you know certain women and women especially if you know certain women and women were treating you badly, you would say, oh yeah, I was trying to talk to this girl and whatnot, and she turned me down. Now she didn't just turn me down, she humiliated me, she did all this stuff and whatnot. But now that I'm up, oh, now she wants to mess with me, now she wants to talk to me, now she wants to do all this stuff and stuff like that. Like, no, I'm not messing with this stuff. I'm not handling this. All right, so that's the type of timing that these Jake's brothers, whatever, are not just Jake's, but these men are going to be on, because they have dealt with a lot of shit before from women. All right, a lot of men will have dealt with a lot of shit from women, and for these women to be so disrespectful prior, and then now they expect men to just roll over for them. No, that's not gonna happen. All right. I'll get that later. Oh yeah, Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, unless be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. And that's another thing. Oh my god, there was this here. It was this video, this dream that was this Jake had, where he was talking about how there was a bunch of men that went and died in a war, and then the men that was left, all right, there were fewer. And then there was a bunch of women that was asking these men, hey, I'll be your 7th wife, I'll be your this, that, and third, please take care of me, please take care of me. And he was saying that a bunch of men were refusing them. A bunch of men were saying, like, I'm not taking any fucking woman at all, or I'm taking these specific women, or you have to do this. I'm gonna leave this in the description so you can watch it. This is a good video, but or a good dream more specifically. But basically, like, this type of stuff is, it's going to go to show just how these women are going to pay for the shit that they have been doing. All right, and they've been so. Let me get that. Hold on. There is no. Sirach 25 verse 19. All the wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. The woman is the most wicked, the most evil, the most vile. All right, it is the things that she be doing. It is terrible. Okay, you have women who will intentionally convince themselves in their mind that their husband that is so loyal, so kind, so whatever to them, all right, is cheating on them, and then they will go and quote unquote cheat first, all right, even though they convinced that he's cheating on them, but they're gonna cheat on the man even though they know he's not cheating, but they're gonna say in their mind that he's cheating, and then go and backstab him, do a whole bunch of different stuff. Like, it slocky. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's the thing. That's how these women operate. That's how these women think. They don't care. They are just going to do literally whatever the fuck they want. They will convince themselves in order for them to be able to do the most vile and wicked shit ever. Okay, it's pretty heartbreaking. All right, it's pretty sad, but like that's how things go. Like I can't really describe it any better than that. All right, but yeah, these women are terrible. So actually that's the thing. Proverbs 12 verse 21, there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Whereas the men are being protected by YAHAWASHI. If a man is following after YAHAWASHI and is sincerely following after YAHAWASHI, when he takes a woman, all right, that woman is going to be protected by him, which by extension means that woman and that man is going to be protected under YAHAWASHI. All right. So as a result of that, you do not, as a man of the Lord, if you are a man of the Lord, if Yahweh does I am, all right, I don't want to be protecting or having or be with some woman that decided, oh, I'm going to go and intentionally cheat or proactively cheat, preemptively cheat, or just cheating in general. All right, that type of shit is not for me. I'm not I'm not rewarding that type of behavior. I'm not condoning that type of behavior. I'm condemning that type of behavior, as a matter of fact. All right, that shit is unacceptable. Okay, you have to be more willing to stand for your morals. All right, stand for your morals. All right. Next, all right, here, Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9. It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. So you don't want to be. You should be better off. You should think it is better to go in. To go to the wilderness, better to literally live somewhere else than to live in this type of environment. This type of environment should not be the norm. Okay, but he's living like it. Clearly, he's living like it more for I don't know how long he's been married to her, or if he's not married to her, or he's living with her because they're clearly living together and whatnot. Like that type of behavior is unacceptable. All right. But yeah, beautiful. Sirach 36, verse 25, where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled, and he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. Basically, if these men are leaving these women either by death or by choice, all right, that woman, this type of woman, this type of woman is pushing this type of man to leave her like that. Like, you do not have anything to look forward to, all right? But besides destruction and another man snatching you up and being a lot worse, treating you like an object or something or a toy or whatever. All right, and some of these men will dead ass just beat on you. I don't need to tell you this. It's because you should already know. I'm assuming that no one that watching this is a kid. Maybe there is kids that watching this. I don't know. But the thing is, like, You do not know, you do not understand how, well, actually, I will say that this generation of people are pretty childish. But anyway, and they don't fully understand this, but a lot of these men are just willing to just beat on you, do whatever, and stuff like that, especially during Jacob's trouble, especially during martial law, especially when there's no consequences. These men are going to get freaking revenge and stuff like that, all right? There's going to be men that are going to want to go get revenge, all right? Maybe not all, definitely not me, but because it's not, and that's just the thing, as men of the Lord, it's not for us to go out and get revenge. It's for the Lord, and that's basically the beauty of it. Where when it comes to YAHAWAH, the Lord is going to send plagues, pestilences, and harsh judgments on these people. So we don't need to do that ourselves. All right. So definitely don't go thinking that, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Even if you could get away with it or not, it's just worse in terms of like you're putting yourself in danger for something so trivial. All right. Colossians chapter 3 verse 18, wives, submit yourself unto your husbands as it is fit in the Lord. So yeah, basically, definitely just stay in your own lane. All right. Don't be going around trying to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do this. Oh, I can, this is free reign, whatnot. All right. As a matter of fact, I had a dream about that. I was arrested, and I was put in this strange prison. It was a prison that kind of looked like a DMV waiting room. I think that's the best way to put it. And what happened was, there was all the adult men was on this one wall, and I was sitting alongside the adult men, and we had to sit there. We could not, we weren't allowed to get up. And while we were sitting on that one wall, on the chairs in that one wall, near that one wall, all the other seats were mostly filled up with just kids, like little boys, little girls, and stuff like that. I think some as old as either 12 or 13, and then younger and whatnot. It was a pretty fucked up dream. And me personally, I kind of, for the most part, understood a lot of the dream, but basically what happened was, I was arrested and stuff like that. I don't feel like I did anything that warrants arrest, but obviously I was arrested. Anyway, when I was locked up. I think I had to stay there 10 or 7 days. I don't remember. 7 or 10 days, basically. And what happened was, I was sitting there minding my own business, and I forgot why. But I stood up, and then when I stood up, I was locked up. I forgot what I did, but I'm pretty sure it was not anything actually bad. I think it was just because, I think it actually, that dream actually reminded me of tribulation 10 days. I wrote it down, but I don't want to go look for it. Over here, Revelation chapter 2 verse 10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Basically here, this is what this dream reminded me of, where I was in prison. Okay, I forgot, it was either 7 or 10 days. I have it written down, but I don't remember. Anyway, as I was in prison, there was this wall, only the adult men, and there was no adult women, by the way. So it was just a wall. I was sitting there at the wall, and what happened was, as I was sitting at the wall, I forgot what happened, but I stood up for some reason. I don't know why. I don't remember why. And then I went to go sit back down, and one of the kids, I think it was some boy. All right, I think it was some boy that he took my seat, and then the people on the stuff, the actual like police officers or whatever, they were saying, "Hey, what's your name? Sit down right now in your seat." And even though he saw that the kid was sitting in my seat, and he knew that, like, he was basically trying to catch 22 me, like, if we're not allowed to touch the kids and stuff like that, which I didn't even want to touch the kid. I don't even want to touch the kid or any of the kids in general. All right, but he was it's basically like trying to say, if you don't sit down right now or in the next 5 seconds or whatever, we're going to punish you or whatever. And I was like, kid, get the frick up right now and stuff like that. And he wasn't listening. And then another kid got up, saw me in that perilous situation, and then that kid got the boy out the seat. All right. It was another boy got the boy out the seat. All right. And then, like, I was like, okay, cool, thank you, kid, and stuff like that. And then I sat down before they finished counting down, and then I was safe from all that stuff. Then I was like, oh yeah, cool, thank you, kid. Thank you for helping me out, all that stuff. You're cool with me, X, Y, and Z. And then literally like a few seconds after, like 3 seconds after, they said the police officer announced something. He was saying like, okay, adult men or whatever, you guys have free reign to do whatever you want now. You can, or whatever. And then I'm like, what the fuck? And then I think like 2 or 3 of the adult men, out of all of them, I don't know how many there was total, but 2 or 3 out of the adult men basically got up and started abusing the kids and stuff like that. And I was like, I was shocked. I wasn't really shocked. I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna stay here in my own business, because I'm not partaking. I am not gonna go and partake in that type of shit. Like, that's fucked up. And then the kid that had helped me, the boy that helped me, I was like, oh yeah, you'll stay with me. Don't. I'm not gonna let them bother you, since you helped me out. I'm gonna help you out and whatnot. And then they didn't even look our way. So I kept the kid near me, and then everyone else, they went and did whatever, but I didn't really see any of the stuff that was happening. I was just like, okay, well, they didn't even come look at me, because they knew that if in the short span of their time frame of being able to do whatever they want, they were gonna have to get through me, another adult man, which even if they were able to do it, they would have wasted a lot of their time, so they just saw, okay, well, let me just go to one of the other kids that are not protected. So they went and did and hurt the kids, okay, in whatever way that they wanted, okay. And I was like, okay, well, that's fucked up and whatnot. But okay, well, I'm just gonna stay here because I can't just go around doing all this stuff. And it wasn't just me that didn't want to do that. It was other ones. I think either half of the men didn't do it, or most of the men just stayed back in our seats and just waited because we didn't care about any of that type of stuff. And then what happened was afterwards, after they were done, the men went and sat back down, and then after a few seconds after, the police officer said, "Hey, Kawakab, or me, my name more specifically, my real name." He said, "Hey, you're free to go now." And in my mind, what I had registered is it's only been 4 days since I've been locked up in there. So then it's like, okay, so I'm getting let out early. All right, so I just have to call my person or call someone to come pick me up and whatnot and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, so that's pretty cool. And I was thinking about, hey, maybe I should take that kid with me, out of the prison, so that while I'm gone, he's not a target. And then I woke up and stuff like that. But that's basically what's going on. That was basically what happened. Like these dreams this dream and these dreams in general, where there's tribulation, there's hardships and trouble. Yes, a man of the Lord is going to be imperative for protection, more specifically a man of the Lord, because you don't want with YAHAWASHI. And that's the thing. In terms of the dream and how and me getting let out early, all right, me getting let out early, the Lord delivered me earlier from my 10-day or 7-day sentence because the Lord is protecting me. And in the same way that the Lord protected me from those men in the thing, and by extension that kid was an example of, okay, this kid is being protected because he's by the men of the Lord. And none of the other kids went by any of the other adult men that were not participating because I don't know, maybe they were all just scrambling. They were all more focused on running away and stuff like that. But then the thought never crossed their mind where it's like, okay, well, let me go to one of these guys for protection and stuff like that. I don't know why, but yeah, that was just how things were. And it was I guess it's just more so an example of how it's very important to understand that as men of the Lord, you have to, be very selective about who you're showing protection to, because if someone is showing that they can enrich your life and improve your life and protect you and help give you something as well, reciprocate protection and whatnot, and that's when it's like, okay, this person is actually worth keeping around, rather than just, oh, I'm gonna get this woman because she has a fat ass and stuff like that and whatnot. All right, so like this is why you have to actually be aware of this type of stuff. All right. So yeah, with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Shem, Yahawashi, Shem, Rakwah, Quadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great male son of Badbal, and Shalom.